I know I'm gonna get some flack for stating this, but I still love Waltraud Meier as a singing actress. I still love her in terms of her overall artistry. I still enjoy what she was able to accomplish as someone who was thoroughly dedicated to her craft all the way up to her final performance, let alone farewell to the stage as Clytemnestra from Richard Strauss's Elektra at the Staatsoper unter den Linden. She's someone I still admire to this day and someone who I consider to be one of my all-time role models because of her thorough dedication as a singing actress, as well as someone who tries to look beyond the text of the opera she was singing in. And she was someone who carried an air of intelligence, intellect, conscientiousness, cognizance, and just total dedication. And that's just something that I continue to admire Waltraud Meier for. But as I mentioned in a previous video when I was talking about Waltraud Meier, there were some noticeable flaws in her voice that these days as a grown-up I could never ever deny. There were several occasions in which her chest tones sounded rather hollow and unsupported and not really as resonant as a true mezzo-soprano should sound like. And there were also occasions in which some of the notes did sound rather collapsed at worst, even though she could produce some really fine tones. And I still love that unique color that she has in her voice, which is rather burnished and bronze in color, as well as something that has a little bit of plushness. Yes, it's not really as majestic as my personal favorite mezzos slash sopranos like Margareta Matsunawa or Gertrude Rönger or Shirley Verrett or Grace Bumbry, but it's still a color I like. And there were also occasions in which she could have used a lot more coordination between head voice and chest voice, and there were also times in which she did have a bit of a caprino. But regardless of her vocal flaws, I still love Waltraud Meier, and she was definitely awesome in her own special way.